How? Look at that. We're on. Stop dancing. You're really grossing me out. How you doing, everybody? Welcome to Now What? Oh, my goodness. Now what? We've got new restrictions lifted. Life is semi getting back to normal. Movie theaters, 50%. Concerts, well, and sporting events and the whole bit. Yeah, that's pretty cool stuff. So
the Bomber game.
Yes.
100% capacity.
But this is what I don't get.
100% capacity.
Well, get groovy. But you can sit shoulder to shoulder with Bob the barfing drunk, but you have to wear a mask if you get up to go to use the concessions or get a beer, a $14 one. So explain that to me, please.
I can't.
Okay.
I can't.
But I'm glad it's happening. Don't get me wrong.
They're still doing it in the spirit of whatever.
Yeah.
And you put a post down that was really, really relevant. Shara, hi, Shara. How you doing? Shara says hi.
Hi, Shara.
So people are screaming about their rights.
I know. My rights are being infringed because I don't get to go where people are.
You know what? I'm sorry. Those aren't rights. The Bomber game is not a right.
No.
Going to a restaurant is not a
privilege.
Right. It's not a right to go to. Going to a grocery store to buy food is a right.
Yeah, of course.
Right. But going to a restaurant to eat is not.
No, it's not.
I'm sorry.
Privilege. And
Whatever
you
you happen to think your rights are, they stop at the point of entertainment.
Well, that's the thing, because you know what? The doors have to open, and there's a reason there's a vaccine there. And I don't care if you believe there's microchips in there or all this boogly woogly shit. There isn't. Grow up. Grow up.
I met a person today that told me that he didn't believe COVID existed.
Yeah, well, he's a fuck.
And then somebody from behind him said, "My sister died of COVID."
Yeah,
thank
bingo.
you very much.
I have two friends.
And I tell you, the look on his face, because he did not know what to fucking say. He turned around and said, well, maybe it was just anxiety or something.
Yeah, anxiety kills you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, sorry.
I'm sorry.
It just blows my mind. But I'm sure you're just as aggravated as everybody else when these people pipe up, right? You know, I'm not getting, well, then don't get vaccinated. But don't expect the same rights of people, not rights,
the privileges
of people who are vaxxed, okay? It's that simple. Bada bing, bada bing.
And off we go.
I have to apologize for my hair. I was just in our pool. And I didn't have time to.
Our pool.
I have a pool. It's a little kitty turtle pool. And,
yeah.
And when I come out of it,
we went to Canadian
a year ago.
Canadian Tire and bought this pool. And when we went to get it, John and I were in one way down at the other end of Canadian Tire looking in sporting goods.
Yes.
We were in the sporting goods section. So then I remembered where all the pools and stuff were. So I started walking away and I went down to the other end. And then I found the pool. So I waved to John. I go, "Hey, John." And I waved to him. I said, "They're over here." And he waves at me. He says, "Okay, I'm coming." And so, I'm waiting by the pools. And here he is. He's pushing a cart along and full of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And we're walking around. I've got the pool. He's got the cart. And then we get to the till. He goes, "Why did you need all this stuff?" I said, "It's not mine.
I
thought it was yours."
Cart. It's true. I just walked out. I go, I thought Mark had left the cart there, so I'm walking around. Some poor person go, "Where's my shirt?"
Where's my cart?
I'm looking at baby wipes,
all sorts of stuff. I'm like, "What do you need that for?" And he's like, "I thought it was yours,"
and I was totally sober. Oh, that's incredible. Yeah. It's. Thanks for bringing that up.
I thought it was hilarious.
Not a problem.
So
hey, we got to say at the top, I won't probably be here for the next 2 Sundays.
Yep.
Simply because I'm having surgery on Tuesday. You all remember cancer surgery.
He's having an addictomy.
No, I'm not having an addictomy. Of course, I was in the pool. But anyways, listen, I had the cancer surgery in January, and great job, and everything's good that point. But
then he had to stay longer because he had herniated.
Yes, and they fixed it. But I get home and it happened again. A little tiny thing on
he
this
farted
side.
And it went.
Would you please let me explain the fucking situation? And then I had a little tiny golf ball pop up, and then it became a softball, then a grapefruit, and now it's all across my.
Now
abdomen,
he's 9 months pregnant,
and it's a 9-centimeter tear in my abdomen, which allows all my intestines just to go, "Hey, look at me." So I go in Tuesday for surgery. I'm going to be out for 6 weeks, and you're gonna wait on me hand and foot, aren't you?
I'm gonna be drunk upstairs.
That's excellent. So
Talking
No.
about booze,
What? Oh,
you might
yeah.
have noticed I've got a new hat.
You do.
Now, this is something normally don't see me with. It's a baseball cap. I'm not a big baseball. I used to collect them. I used to have like
I'm
I
fascinated.
used to have over 150 unique hats,
Wow.
and there's a bunch of them still in there in a bag.
Oh, good.
But I don't even know what happened to half of them. I think Kathy threw a bunch of them
All right.
out.
Who's Kathy again?
My ex-wife.
Oh,
And so, but my buddy Scott Tackerberry.
yes. Who happens to own?
Hang on. I'm lucky. A lot of people have a handful of associates. Let's call them
Acquaintances. Yes.
I have a handful of really great friends.
Oh, thanks.
Scott, Big John. That's not you.
Oh, I've never been called that.
No, you're.
I've been in the pool.
You're
John.
just. I'm out of the pool, John.
Yeah.
George Costanza.
Oh, shut up.
Big John, Mike Sawatsky, Scott Tackeray. Did I say Scott yet?
Yeah, you did.
Oh yeah, okay. And Joe.
Good. Joe who?
Joe Taffner.
So
I've known him since I was 5.
All right.
We met here at the Maples.
How
I
long
was
did you
5
date?
years, and we had identical bicycles.
Oh, that's
We super cycles from Canadian Tire.
of course.
And but he didn't take somebody else's cart.
No.
No, so we ended up playing follow the leader for like 3 or 4 hours. The lights had gone, come out.
Is there a point to this?
Yeah, and so I mean, I don't have. That's my longest.
So you
known friend.
have
That's my longest known friend.
you
I've got
have
a
a
handful
circle
of
of friends,
really great friends.
that you grew up with. Me
Yeah.
too. And the thing is, I have a really great. I'll let you get back to the story because this is very important to
Yeah.
talk about.
Thank
But I
you.
have a close group of friends too. But growing up, all my friends, and even as an adult, were mostly female, and because I just relate to them and whatnot, and I'm not threatening, evidently.
No,
No.
you're not. You're
Yeah, because
very.
a lot of the women friends say, "Well, some guys, they'll be your friend," and then
You're in the friend zone permanently.
I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah.
So let's talk
But
about
so
your buddy.
my buddy Scott, he owns Grape and Grain Brew Supplies
right on Osborne.
on Osborne,
Yeah.
and him and I actually drove out to Edmonton a couple of years back because we're both home brewers. We drove to Edmonton and we got our beer judging certificates.
Ooh.
So we are actually official beer judges. And we both happen to really like craft beers. And with all of this new stuff opening up with pubs or microbreweries
Yeah, right.
and mini breweries and those such things, Scott, because wine and beer making has really dropped. There used to be 31 stores in the city.
Right.
Now there's maybe
Now, why
10.
is that? You would think
Yeah.
that with COVID, it would have increased, just like the sourdough bread people who went nuts.
I honestly don't
I
know
don't
the
get
answer
that.
to it. Maybe people just don't want to put the work into it. You make a batch of beer.
Yeah.
Right. You're looking at maybe 40 or 50 cents a bottle for your beer.
Mhm.
And that's the regular 375 ml bottles. Now you have to bottle it and cap it. It takes
but
four.
so what? But
takes
it's-
4
but
weeks
you
to make a batch.
You haven't make an
No,
evening
you're
of it.
right, but you're getting and you're getting out of this batch 66 beer per batch,
Wow.
right? So, and you get some people that have like a whole roll. Every week they're starting a new beer, moving a beer, bottling a beer,
Yes.
and
but
so,
you left out drinking a beer.
no, that you drink while you like you when you're making a beer, you must be drinking a beer.
Uh-huh.
So, anyways, Scott has noticed that Grape and Grain is slowly moving down. But Scott, I wish I had his brain for business. He can take anything and make a successful business out of it. Quite brilliant. So, Scott has come up with a formula
Mm-hmm.
for his own beer.
Yes.
Dastardly Villain Brewery is coming out. His first beer will be releasing in
He looks
August.
rather dastardly.
He does. He looks like a really evil.
No, he looks
Monopoly
like
man.
the Monopoly man who just has a twisted brother.
Yeah. So his first beer, which is going to be a cream ale, will be coming out in August.
Uh-huh.
The first batches will be made by, I believe, Torque Brewing Company.
You know what's funny you bring that up because I'll be teaching one of my cartooning classes
At
at Torque
Torque.
Brewery in
Yeah.
September.
So they're going to make the first couple while Scott is working on getting the gear and then switching over Grape and Grain to become
A micropub.
a micro
Microbrewer.
microbrewery
Yes, that's fantastic.
with a tap room. And
I
everything.
love innovation.
Yeah, and can't wait to be going there.
I knew you'd be in there like a dirty shirt.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you know what? Support my friends, support Winnipeg, support local breweries. And I'll tell you, his first batch,
Uh-huh.
fantastic. It is really, really good.
Is it I was never a craft beer fan, and not to disparage you. I was more of a Pilsner kind of guy.
Yep.
What to you, being a brew guy,
Mhm.
what do you look for when you taste a craft beer? Like a wine, like a sommelier.
For
almost.
me, I don't mind hops, right? I like to taste and smell the hops. Something too hoppy, I can drink one, but not a whole lot. But I look for something that's got a little bit of mouthfeel to it.
Now, what does mouthfeel mean?
The malt, you feel the malt. You've got a little bit of a thickness that rolls over the tongue. It's
Oh.
beautiful.
I've been there
Oh.
a few times.
This here, going about beer. This one here is from who is it from? Hang on.
Okay. I don't know what you.
I have the can.
I don't know.
Oh, here it is.
Oh, okay. He's gonna bring the can, and you can be as fascinated
This
as
is
I am.
from actually, I'm sorry to say, this is from a company called Grain to Glass.
Okay.
It's called Creamsicle. And it actually tastes like a creamsicle.
See, I like beer to taste like beer.
No, it
I
tastes
drink.
like,
I
no,
drink Bud
don't get me
Zero.
wrong.
That's
It's
what I
got
drink.
It tastes like beer, but it's got this aftertaste. What's left behind is this smooth, malty mouthfeel.
But after
It tastes like-
13, really doesn't matter.
No, this is not one of those ones you drink 13 of.
Okay.
1, 2, 3 of them, maybe.
Yeah.
Um,
Is it a heavier? Do you mean it's heavier?
it's well, let's see. This is a 5.5 alcohol.
No, I mean like the some make you like a Pilsner is a light beer,
It is.
and you can you don't have that feeling. But like as opposed to like a stout, which is a heavy beer.
That's
Is,
a heavy
is this a heavy?
This is a medium,
A medium.
in the medium style.
Playing it safe.
But it's very nice. No, I mean it's in between. It's got some weight to it.
Okay.
And drinking multiples of them, I think what happens is you lose the appreciation of its flavor.
Who cares about appreciation after
No,
13 of them?
that's why you don't drink a whole bunch of these.
So you have 3 of those,
And then you go to the shit.
and then you get a case of Old Milwaukee.
Yeah.
And then
Well, I don't drink things like Bud and Coors and
see,
and
even though
Molson.
I don't drink, I like when I drink Bud Zero because
Yeah, I
tastes
knew
like
you
Bud
do.
and it's a good beer. My daughter actually, it was my birthday on Friday, we went to Sioux Soul, the place my daughter is big in and big on and works there, and she asked me what I'd like to drink for dinner, and then one restaurant does that, and I said any beer that won't kill me, and I said Bud Zero's fine
Yeah.
or whatever, and they have a great beer there called Erldinger, which is a
Oh.
heavier German beer with no booze in it. It's a delightful beer, but she went and got Bud Zeros. And I had boar. I've never had boar before for dinner. I've been aboard.
You are a bore. You beat me to it.
I know.
You
I know,
beat me
I
to
know.
it.
So what's on the show tonight?
So,
About time we get around
was
to talking
was
about
I
that.
done what I was saying? I think I was done what I was saying.
Were you?
I don't know. You cut me off. And
Sorry.
um,
Do you know what he was saying? No?
no.
All right.
No, I guess not. So, how's your week other than your belly getting bigger?
It was my birthday week, of course.
Yes, happy
59
birthday!
years old. And the book I illustrated came out.
Yes. Hey,
Uh,
do you have a copy of it here?
It's in my room. I'll grab it. When you run one of your videos,
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
run and get it. And it's called Five Cousins and the Magic Shield. I'm just the illustrator. I did not write the book. It's a very lovely book, a great adventure for kids. There's, all sorts of sea
Pirates
captains and
and
sharks, and there's
Sharks that are missing their
and,
fins,
giant
amputee sharks.
eagles, and this magic. Anyways, and you can order it through me. I got the okay from the author because she said she's out of the lake all summer.
Thanks, James.
What do you say?
If Mark shaved just right, he'd look like his shirt.
and knocked off a few. Look at that. You know what it looks like? It looks like what's his name? The guy who owns the place.
Scott.
Scott looks like Scott.
It's based on Scott.
It's Scott Tackleberry. That's who it is.
Yeah. So I mean,
James, you hit it dead on.
so if you want to try something great, look for Dastardly Villain. You can buy his merchandise.
It's like Snidely
It's out.
Whiplash. Yep.
I'm not sure what it costs. This was given to me as a gift.
Well, of course, because you're one of his best buds.
Yeah, and I support him 100%.
Well, look what you're doing now. You've been yapping about it for 20 minutes.
Yeah, and yeah.
Where will they be able to buy this?
It'll be at all the LCs.
Oh, it's that level.
Yep, that's what he's doing.
Do you know what? Speaking of that, ACDC has their
There you go.
two lines
Yeah.
of beer out, and collector cans and whatnot. And
well, what
it's
they're
in
doing.
the States. It hasn't come here
The
yet.
thing is it's not them making it.
No, that's not them making.
They've been asked if they would, if there's, they would taste it, if they would approve it,
Right.
and then can we put your
Right.
name on it?
It's not his heart.
This-
it's not their heart and soul.
Yeah, this is Scott's heart and soul. He makes this, and he's gone through, like, I've tasted all the different batches,
Right.
and he goes, and he asked me my opinion on them, and a couple of his other friends.
That's nice.
We all got together and we tasted them, and it's like, do you like this one? Do you like that one? And the funny thing is, we all agreed on the one that is going to be out.
Do you know celebrity beer too? That I had a 6-pack. I don't know where it went in my many moves. It's called it's a Three Stooges beer, and now of course the Stooges didn't brew it. They've been dead since the 70s.
It was made from their bones.
That's right, and it's called Panther, and the Panther beer. And the reason is because one of their episodes they work for the Panther Brewing Company, and Panther referring to Panther piss, which is what people call bad
Bad
booze
beer.
or bad booze, bad
Yeah.
beer, whatever. Yeah, and it's called Panther, and it's got them all over the 6-pack holder and whatnot. So you can find them online. You can buy them online, but
Iron Maiden and Def Leppard also have.
No
beers
way.
out. Yeah,
Is that Newham again?
yes, Zoom.
Well, Newham's back there in his underpants drinking loads of rock and roll beer.
Okay, Laverne and Shirley. Who did they work for?
They work for Haas and Pepper Corporation.
No, Shots Beer.
Shots beer.
They're
And shots means
Shots.
no. I thought it was the Yiddish.
I don't
term.
know. Maybe, but it
Shamil,
was.
Shemazel.
Well, we'll get into that. That's where I'm going.
Oh,
Haas and Pfeffer Incorporated was the parent company for Shots Beer.
okay.
So,
It's like Anheuser-Busch is the parent company for Budweiser.
yes.
Okay.
So, Schlemiel and Schlemazel. Do you know what those two terms mean?
You did tell
They
me. So I
are.
won't
They are
ruin it.
Yiddish. They are Yiddish terms. No. What are they?
Well, one is the one that threw the pie.
One that. Okay.
Okay.
The,
something like that.
the common. The common. What's the word? Example they give is the Schlemiel is the person who spills the soup.
Soup. I thought it was
And
a
the
pie.
Schlemazel is the person who gets the soup spilled on him. So the reality is the Schlemiel is somebody who's accident prone, who's a fumbler,
And that was
right?
Laverne
The
and Shirley.
Schlemazel is a person who has bad things happen to him all the time. Somebody with bad luck.
I like that.
So a Schlemiel will spill the soup. Schlemazel just happens to be there. He's the one who gets the soup on him.
I have a Gentile joke. Do you want to hear it? Am I allowed to do it?
Yeah, hey, why not?
Okay, so two Gentiles walk up to each other in the street, and one says to the other, "How's business?" The other one says, "Fine."
That's terrible. I love it.
I got
Because
another
it's so
one.
true.
So two Gentiles walking down the street. One says to the other, "How you feeling?" He goes, "Fantastic."
Yep. And now,
That explain why that's funny.
yeah,
Because you're of the
no,
Jewish
well,
persuasion.
because it's typical. It's how you doing? Oh, if I could only tell you what I'm feeling. My son, he came home and he wanted this and he wanted that. Oh my God. It's like, how's business? Oh, I tell you, this customer came in, all he wanted was a cheeseburger. What do I want? Do I look like somebody who wants to make a cheeseburger? I sell shoes. It's like-
That, without a doubt, is the funniest I've ever seen you. That's the funniest I've ever seen you. Good job. That was good. See, I can't explain it because people would call them and say whatever, but that was fantastic.
yeah,
Thank you.
growing up Jewish.
Yeah.
All right. I would tell Jewish jokes because I always looked at I like to laugh at people.
Yeah.
And I believe that I'm not allowed to laugh at others unless I can laugh at myself.
Right.
And my culture, I mean, let's face it, my culture has got some of the funniest people in it.
Well, I tell you right now, all the greatest comedians are Jewish.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep, they are.
they all of them. All of them.
I love
and
Mel
there's something
Brooks.
about the mind and the quickness. Everybody from Burl down to the Stooges, down to Seinfeld, they're all the way down the list,
Yep.
way back.
Going way back.
And I asked Sheldon Mandel, who was my former mentor and boss at Riverview Health Center Foundation, and I was a thorn in his side constantly.
Mandel?
Yeah,
Is he related to Howie at all?
no, not at all.
You sure?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Sheldon Mandel. And I asked him what made people of Jewish persuasion so much funnier. And he said because of their life and the experiences their culture has experienced, humor comes from
Pain.
And that's exactly what he said. And there's something to that because most comedians have something in their lives,
they're messed up.
myself included, that need to be funny and
To let it
share
out.
to be funny, to let it out as a form of
It's therapy.
Yeah, it really is. So yeah.
Yeah.
So you know what? It's just an absolutely wonderful thing. That
I grew up
he
telling
lives there.
Jap jokes.
What?
Jap jokes. And people always thought Japanese. No, Jap, Jewish American princess.
Oh, okay. I was
Right.
gonna say, man,
And
you
it's
just
like-
crossed the line right there.
No, and people, some people get it, some people don't. Some people say it's racist, some people say it's not.
Well, it's not if it's coming from
It's-
someone of the Jewish.
No,
perspective.
well, it can be. It can be. But the thing is I don't believe that there are multiple races on this planet. I
We're all
believe
one.
we have different cultures, we have different heritages, we have different upbringings. In the end, we're all human.
That's right.
We're all the human race.
Yep.
And I'm losing.
We all put our
Oh.
pants on one leg at
One
a
leg
time.
at a time.
Yeah, that's it.
Did you watch any of the Formula One race today at all?
You showed me the
I showed you the crash
Yeah.
right on that first half of the first lap. I love it. Hamilton.
Where are you going from this? How did
I
we go
just-
from this
the
to
human
this?
race to Formula One racing?
Wow, that's a
He
stretch.
came. He because of the accident, he had a 10-second penalty,
They have no idea what
which
you're
took him
talking
from
about.
second place down to fourth place.
Okay.
He came back to win the race on the second to last lap. He came around, took over, and won the race.
That's fantastic.
Beautiful.
Can you
Oh,
please
I love it.
explain our background?
Oh, this is a Hobbit hole, the home of.
I
home
thought
of
they
the
were
Hobbit.
little dinky things
Well, what you see is only the mound where the front
with
door
the round
is.
door.
With the front doors. The Hobbit hole is generally so much like a gopher hole. You go into it and it goes under the ground.
Hellacious for a
Yeah.
4-footer.
So this would be the top of the mound there,
Oh, I see.
Right. and this is actually underground. And so the windows here would be just what's on the side at ground level.
That's why I grew a beard, so I can go like this.
Plus, you can only be 3 foot tall to stand in.
Oh,
one of
you'd be
these
able to
things.
get right
4
in.
feet.
Yeah.
Me, I'm good.
So what are we doing
So-
that might be of interest for the
So-
people watching?
Today, what did you do today? Oh,
What did I do?
Yesterday, you went to.
I went out to
hike-
my son's place, my
Hilltop.
Chris and Tara's at Hilltop out near Grand Beach, and they had a Hawaiian luau birthday
You got to hang out
party.
with some of your grandkids.
My grand stooges were there, and we had just had a blast.
Yep.
It was a Hawaiian luau. Yeah.
Right on.
Yep.
And they had the motorcycle,
They had a big motorcycle rally there, which I knew
the burnout contest. and
Burnout
stuff.
Con. There was people from Hell's Angels. There were Sons of Anarchy, all these other groups of people. And when you pull into the Hilltop, there's a gate like any other
Yeah.
place. But there had to be 30 police in black tactical outfits, just no helmets or nothing, just greeting everybody. And then when you left, they said goodbye.
Yes.
But there was a lineup of people they pulled over because either and it's not just the bikers. They were just wonderful people. They were very engaged.
Oh, yeah,
they
they are.
kept to the rules of the park.
You treat them with respect.
I
They
drove
treat you
by
with
in the
respect.
quad doing like 10K. Hello,
So apparently, James watched the Formula One race today,
Of course he did. He's from England.
and well, it was an Englishman that won in England because that was in England, and I agree with you 100%, James. That was a bullshit penalty. That was a race. That was a racing
He
incident.
did a pit maneuver on him.
Well, basically, he went in, and what they're saying is that he went into the corner and didn't turn enough.
Flipped his tire, which
He
is
didn't.
tough.
No, the other guy came across him and clipped the tire.
All right.
But because they say they didn't give him the proper room, which is bullshit.
We have a lot of microphones.
Well, I'm a disc jockey and I'm a professional MC. So I've got different microphones for different things.
Nice.
This one here's got a little switch that I can turn on and off.
That's very nice.
It goes with one of my mixers.
Uh-huh.
So
Can we show something?
yeah, I did this twice this weekend, and I'm paying, my body's paying for it. But I took my motorcycle to Gimli. It's an hour ride.
Your MLC bike?
Huh?
Yeah, midlife crisis bike.
No. It's
You're
my
54. You bought
it's
a
my
motorcycle.
wind
That's
therapy
what it
bike.
is.
it's my wind therapy
You
bike.
can sit outside with a pinwheel. No, but he's a great motorcycle rider, and he loves his bike, and he treats it well. And you're just really digging this, man.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, it's my arthritis sure shows after a 1 hour ride at 100 kilometers an hour. And when you're going, I want to get video of me riding it. The wind is hitting you and you're holding on. The bike wants to stay up, but you're holding on for dear life to not be blown off the bike.
You're not going anywhere.
You know, coming back, I was doing 100 kilometers an hour and the wind was 30. So the wind's hitting me at 130 kilometers an hour.
Wow.
Going there, it was not bad because the wind was at my back.
Well, it blew the crumbs out of your
But
beard.
I did take some video while I was at Gimli.
Okay.
And so I thought I'd share it with you guys.
Oh, delightful.
And while we're showing
It's
you
like
this,
a Viewmaster.
John's going to get the
Gimli.
book. Here I am in Gimli. It has been a wonderful ride out here. There's the docks. Just going to check out the water here before heading back into Winnipeg. It's been incredible. What a wonderful ride. Not a whole lot of craziness out there. And just walking along the, I don't know what this area is called. The pier. I guess this is their pier. So, yeah. All these paintings done by people. People fishing off the edge. There's the three guys I drove in to Gimli with from one of the Facebook groups. Look at the size of this boat, eh? It's a wonderful, wonderful thing to see something this big on the lake. I used to see this kind of stuff when I was in BC on the ocean. Look at that. Yeah, so that was a lot of fun. And seeing that sailboat on its side like that was kind of crazy. They were really
That was
booking
a lot
along.
shorter than I thought it would be.
I told you it was only about a minute long.
All right, fine.
Going on its side like that, it had a hell of a clip going on the water because of the wind.
And then they have to come about. You know what that means?
Tacking.
Well, come about means you turn the boat
Yeah.
around. Everybody shifts, and you've got the whole spinnaker's got to move and the whole bit. And I used to sail quite a bit.
I don't sail. I don't like sailboats.
We had
You won't catch me on a
little
sailboat.
Sunfish, which is a tiny little sailboat. You have to drop the keel. The keel's the board that goes down the middle. It keeps the boat stable. And yeah, you learn.
Keeps it going straight.
No, it doesn't. It just keeps the boat stable. And then so because it works never mind. But you catch the wind going this way. Oh, sorry.
No, I'm just fixing it.
You catch the wind going this way, and then of course you got to come about.
Yep.
And the wind catches the sail that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I know how it works. You just wouldn't catch me on
Oh,
it.
why not?
I don't like it. I don't like it. I just hate it. My dad took us sailing when we went to Kamloops once,
Right.
and I was on the mast. Thunk. I don't like it. Motorboats, love them.
That makes no
Canoes, love them. Sailboats, don't like them at all.
Why is that?
I don't know. I just don't. I don't like a boat
Well, it's
that's sitting on its edge like that as you're
well,
going
you're
along.
not going to sit on an edge like that if you're just toddling around a lake in a little sunfish or a.
I'm not talking about sunfish. We never went. I never went.
Honestly,
dad took
you
me
would
on-
like it that
My
way.
dad loves to sail. He used to sail in England.
Yeah, my dad grew up
Um,
sailing on Cape Cod.
Funny or funny? Something funny. My dad and his buddy Mike, they stole a boat.
Now, did your dad know you're telling the story of crime and corruption?
I hope so. They stole a boat, and they went underneath, closed the door. They put the little motor on or whatever it was.
Right.
I went along the shipping lines blind. And then on the way back, they came out and they threw the anchor out. My dad forgot to untie it from the nose. And that anchor came around and punctured the bottom of the boat.
Oh, he deserved it.
Yeah, I don't know if they ever told the guy.
I guess not, but now he knows. Anyways, the book I want to plug is my latest book that I've illustrated, written by Audrey Bebeck, who is a retired school teacher from the Winnipeg School Division. And while she was teaching, she was always searching for stories that were both full of adventure, but also provided factual information for her students. Her 5 grandsons inspired her to write her first children's book. See if we can get a shot of that. Yep. It's called The 5 Cousins and the Magic Shield.
You know what? I'm going to bring that up.
What are you doing?
So show it to this computer here.
Okay.
Because then the green screen won't kick in.
Oh, okay.
So there it is, 5 Cousins.
Yep.
But when you look inside it, this is all John's art,
Yep.
and it's wonderful.
All the illustrations were done by, of course, me in the studio, not even 10 feet from me. And they're all 11 by 14 illustrations that were shrunk down for this book. And I'm very proud of this book. And it involves sailors and all sorts. There's the grand that's introducing you to the cousins. And we're dealing with, yeah. And I've been authorized by the author to sell them for her. They're going to be in McNally Robinson.
Oh, right on.
But until they do, which is in the fall, she's selling them and I'm selling them as well. So you can go to if you're on Facebook, just find me, PM me, and we can set up arrangements, or go to johnyoungberg@hotmail.com. They're $20. That includes shipping in Manitoba, and I'd be happy to send you one. And I'll even put a personalized doodle in there with your name or however you want it to.
Cool.
Yeah. A lot of fun. Good project.
He doesn't offer that to me. I live with the bastard.
Yeah, I know.
So John sent me a TikTok, and I tried everything I could to download this stupid thing.
Well, you can't. Why talk about it if you can't show it?
No, because I end up getting more TikToks, but I got to explain it. Look, if you can find this, it's great. So somebody's got this little Yorkie, and they put a balloon to its ass. While it farts, it fills up the balloon.
No, it didn't fill it up, but enough.
Well, enough. And then they took it and they pinched it closed and gave it to the dog's nose and let it all squeezed it out. And that dog did not like it whatsoever.
And then it bared his teeth and jumped at the guy. Yeah, so if you have enough time to put a balloon up your dog's ass.
I mean, that dog is really patient to have somebody stick a balloon at its ass.
Yeah, boy, I wasn't patient. I mean, never mind.
You didn't like it when I stuck you with
Oh, we do shush. I didn't even bring you.
So some of the things that are on TikTok are also educational. And
Really?
this thing here was freaking cool. Check this out.
Whichever way you look at that, your brain will tell you that the long end is nearer to you. Now, it is nearer to you now, but now I'll put it back near my body. Now it's nearer to me, but it still looks as if it's nearer you, doesn't it? Because you're used to seeing things bigger when they are closer to you. And we'll let it go. Now you know that it's turning around in circles. In fact, if you look at it from above, you can see that it's turning around in a circle. But now your brain is doing something strange. It's telling you that it's not going around in a circle, but it's oscillating. In other words, it's turning part way, stopping, and then going back the other way. Now that's a strange effect, isn't it? But if you think that's strange, wait till I add something through the middle. What am I going to add?
I like
well,
it.
I'm going to add a ballpoint pen. And to do that, I've placed a little piece of double-sided sticky tape on the ballpoint pen. You can use ordinary sticky tape if you like. I'll place it right through the center of the window and press it in place like that. Now this time, by fixing on the pen, you'll be able to see that the pen is going around in a circle and not going backwards and forwards. But what's your brain going to tell you about the window? Will your brain allow you to see the window going around in a circle with the pen? Or are you going to see something really strange?
Oh my God.
Is that
That's
weird?
unbelievable, isn't it? You can see the pen going around in a circle, but your brain is telling you that the window is going part way around and turning and going the other way. And yet in order to do that, the two things have to pass through one another, the pen and the window. You know it's not possible. You know it can't happen. And yet as you look at it, you see them going through one another every time they go around. An amazing illusion, the Ames window.
It's called the Ames window.
Well, I just thought I was having a drug flashback.
But isn't that cool?
That is very cool, Mark.
Yeah. So I thought, other than just the funny, entertaining thing,
No.
And then there was a public service announcement that I loaded as well from TikTok. I thought I'd share that because it was just too funny.
Okay.
People, you have to stop calling Chinese girls exotic. We are not exotic. I am not exotic. I am made in China. I'm everywhere. Your underwear is made in China. Your wife's tampon is made in China. Your wife's black dildo strap-on is made in China. Grandpa's butt plug is made in China. I'm like a cockroach in New York. I'm everywhere. I'm not exotic. You are exotic. You are from Kentucky, and you have ankle fat. You are special.
You are from Kentucky and you have ankle fat.
Oh. Wow.
Your grandpa's butt plug is from
Grandpa's,
China.
no less.
Your grandpa's butt plug is from China.
Speaking of it, I'll tell you this.
You have a butt plug?
No. My granddaughter, Eleanor Danger, her mother's name is China, Chyna, and she's not from China, but that's her name. But when she was pregnant with my granddaughter, she had a shirt that said "Made in China" with an arrow. I thought that was very clever.
But I just thought that was so funny because
no kidding.
She says, we're everywhere.
Yeah,
and it's true.
Everything's
there's more Chinese.
Get this, even Donald Trump's ties that he's selling and the
from
Made in
China.
America hats are made in China. The douchebag.
Yeah.
Why are we even still talking about that
douchebag?
Twat
Because he was
waffle?
made in China.
Oh God.
Okay, so
where's Lee Harvey Oswald when you need him?
Yeah, tell me about it. Right. So this one here, if I was gonna have a Now What's Got Talent,
Yeah.
this person would get my vote for.
Okay, let's see.
Right? The cheese grater.
Or grated cheese.
Yeah, but I don't know why.
Okay.
I just found her so funny.
There had to be a lot of prep for that because there's a lot of tape in place.
Yes.
A lot of metal devices. So I'm thinking obviously alcohol must have been involved and a little bit of design. I thought it was brilliant. I give you a yes. Where's the
I'll give you a yes.
golden buzzer?
Yeah, there you go. You can use your golden buzzer later.
Oh, thank you. Made in China.
Made in China.
Oh my goodness
you
gracious.
may. So yeah, I had to share those.
That's great. And you know what? I got to bring this up. Your wallet's sitting here.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever seen a wallet this thick?
And there's nothing useful in there.
Seriously, what is this crap? No.
hang on,
I'm
let's
still
go through it.
amazed at the weight it holds. Look at this. This thing is huge. What do you possibly need a wallet that big for?
Well,
and one of the things that's not in his wallet is his new driver's license.
That's my old driver's license.
Oh, your old one.
Here's my new one. And it's got my 6M and my 5.
Which you can ride a motorcycle.
No, 6M was, I wrote the test and I was allowed to take the course. So they gave me this. This allows me to ride the motorcycle.
Okay.
So this was my regular license.
Yes.
So I wrote the test that allows me to take the course.
Okay.
So they sent me this.
See,
which they didn't need to send me this because I was not allowed to ride a motorcycle until I got
back in the day.
This.
Now look at you, Evil, with your MLC.
But now
bike.
I'm going to get another one of these that says 6L on it.
Aha. That's good. See, I in the 80s when cocaine was the big glamour drug before they started putting all the crap in it that's killing kids, a card like this was fantastic because this is what you would chop it with and make your little line. And anybody who lived with that, you'll recognize this sound.
You know they didn't.
Wait, quiet. I'm trying to do something. You'll recognize this sound. Sweep, sweep, make a line.
There's problems with you that are just not.
Sweep, sweep, make a line. There you go.
There's problems with you that are just not durable.
Why are my dollar bills all rolled up? So there's a lesson for you. Don't do drugs. Say no.
This is also in my wallet. And then, of course, it's invisible to you.
What is it?
It is my membership to the International Turtle Club. Now, you may ask what that is.
Oh, fuck.
Go and ask what it is.
Okay. What is it, Mark?
So, the Turtle Club. Turtles are bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, fearless, and unafraid folk.
They're not
With fighter
bushy-tailed.
pilot. It's talking about people. With a fighter pilot attitude, they think clean and have a lot of fun. Recognize the fact that you never get any place unless you stick your neck out, right?
Mm.
So it goes on about the turtles are indeed illustrious group of people, blah 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 blah. But then there are rules to being in
There's rules to being a turtle
Okay.
club.
So, as a member in good standing,
How do you become a member in good standing? How
You-
can you possibly screw this up?
you just ask to be a member.
Yeah, I
that's
know,
all.
but how do you screw it up that they kick you out of the turtle club?
Here, you can subscribe to New Turtles as follows.
Nude?
New.
Oh, new.
We assume all prospective turtles own a jackass. In fact, I got you.
Right.
On this assumption, this is the reason for the password.
Okay.
The password must be given if you're ever asked by a fellow member, "Are you a turtle?" You must then reply, "You bet your sweet ass I am."
Okay.
If you do not give the password in full because of embarrassment or because of some other reason, you forfeit a beverage of their choice.
So you'd be embarrassed to say that you're
Not
a member of
me.
the turtle. What?
Not me.
No, but far be it from the embarrassment of being in the club to begin with.
I guess. So you have to buy them a drink of their choice.
Okay.
Always remember your password. 2, to become an official turtle, you must solve the following riddles. You ready?
I'm in.
What is it a man can do standing up, a woman sitting down, a dog on 3 legs?
Beg?
No,
What?
shake hands.
Oh. Oh, that's very good. I guess so.
What
I
is
was
it
gonna-
a cow has 4 of, a woman has only 2 of?
Oh, well, feet.
Legs, yes.
Legs, sorry.
Yeah.
They don't have
What
feet.
is a 4-letter word ending in K that means the same as intercourse?
I would have to go with the classic fuck.
Wrong. You would have failed. Talk.
That's not intercourse.
It is. Look it
That's
up.
interaction.
Nope. Intercourse is also
Well,
talking.
I've been doing something wrong all these years.
What is on a man that is round and hard and sticks out far out of his pajamas? You can hang a hat off of it.
Okay, so what is round, you said?
What is it on a man that is round and hard,
Round doesn't make sense.
sticks out so far from his pajamas that you can hang a hat on it?
His gut?
His head.
Oh, well, of course, because it sticks out of the vagina.
Remember, a turtle always thinks clean.
How do you know? You ever talk to a freaking turtle?
I've
What
met
are you, Dr. Doolittle?
members of the Turtle Club. So, anyways,
Are
it
we
was
going to go
some-
through your whole wallet and be
it
excited?
was just stupid. Something my buddy Joe asked me one day, "Are you a turtle?" I said, "What?"
Wow, that's a personal question.
And so he told me about this, and then he did the quiz with me,
Yes.
and I got it right. I got it all right.
You did not.
I did, and
Oh,
that's how I got the
bullshit.
card. That's how I got the card.
Okay.
You
Well,
gave it
where's
to-
my card?
You didn't get it right.
You don't have any cards.
No, I could print one though, but
Okay.
you didn't get it right.
Oh, wow. There goes my whole life.
You
59 years on the planet, and I can't even get into the turtle club.
there you go.
I can get into a turtleneck. What are you doing?
Oh, we're still on.
Oh, he's typing something, and the screen I look at, it's all typey, typey, typey.
Communication or dealings, intercourse. Is communications or dealings between individuals or groups.
Doesn't say anything about sloppy.
Sexual intercourse.
Oh, it's two different things. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, neither one I've had really.
So
meaning-
that's I knew that. That's because
Yeah.
well, I learned. You know where I learned that?
Your dad told you one day over a campfire.
No, he just said, "Don't get caught without a condom."
Penthouse
what I
letters,
said.
maybe.
No, when I was in BC, I went to broadcasting school,
Good for you.
and one of the things that the instructor said during like one of the courses we did was news and interviews.
Yes.
And
You failed at which one?
neither. One of the things the instructor had said was during your intercourse with your, subject, and everybody's broke out laughing, right? And he goes, "What? You guys are what? 5?"
No, because 5-year-olds wouldn't know what that means.
No, but that's.
But here's my view on broadcast schools: they're bullshit. Unless you're going into the technical end of television or radio, the technical end, because there'll always be a job. But if you're going in there to be an on-air star, burn your money, because it's not going to happen. It won't happen.
No.
Plus, it's a dying industry. The internet is crushing it. The latest,
Now it is.
The latest rate. That's what I'm talking about. What are you talking about? 78.
I'm talking about 94.
The radio ratings just came out in Winnipeg, and they're all shit. Why? Because people are getting their music on other
YouTube
streaming.
yeah.
So it's a dying
Or
industry.
satellite radio.
Do not waste your money going to broadcast school unless it is for the technical aspect.
Well, when I
because
went,
radio stations, regardless if you get a feed instead of a live, personality, they're going to need people to make it all happen.
Yeah.
But if you're going there to be a star because someone told you had a great voice or you're whatever,
yeah, it's useless.
what are you doing?
Well, when I signed up,
Either you have it or you don't. You can't be taught talent.
when I signed up, they told you, basically a lot of people drop out generally during the 2-year course, and there's generally 20 or less jobs in the market by the time this is done. There were 4,000 people sent in applications. 400 people were interviewed.
That's insane.
I was the last of 40 people picked, and I had to beg for it because I'm dyslexic, right? And they said, "Well, dyslexic, you're gonna have to read on air." I said, "Well, I'm gonna work."
You know
at
what?
it. And so they gave me the shot. By the time the end of the 2-year course was done, there was still 38 of us left, and 18 jobs came to the market.
That's great.
And
Okay, but I'm just telling you right now, if they accepted 400 people who paid money to
only 40.
40 people that paid money to apply.
Yeah.
You said 400.
400 people were interviewed. 40 people were chosen.
All right. Well,
the course.
They just took your money, is basically what I'm saying. You have to have, if you don't have, like you have a natural talent for music, you have an ear for it. If you don't have a natural talent to be an orator, to interview,
This wasn't about oration. This was not about being an on-air personality. This was every aspect of radio, from making commercials, doing the editing.
That's what I said.
On
but
reel
there
to
are
reel.
people that go to these schools
just thinking that
be
they're going to be
personalities. It's not going to happen.
No,
I never went to broadcast school. I just happened to be
It shows.
able to. No, Mark, I'm being serious. I just happen to have the gift of gab and the ability to do what I do. That's what some people have. You have a gift to do what you do in the technical end, and that's just the way it is. You can't be taught it. You can't be taught.
No.
it.
And the thing
You
is,
can be
is
taught
that
technical. You can't be taught talent.
well, the thing is that they weren't trying to find on-air people. What they were trying to do is trying to teach you all aspects, and then hone you on what you were good at. And that's what BCIT did very, very well.
Well, BCIT is a different league.
Yeah, they're the upper echelon.
Then like the ones that I'm not okay. Sue me. ABC Broadcasting School.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what happened? I thought, when I got to Winnipeg, I thought, maybe I should hone up on my skills and reapply, right? Because with me, bad things happened during the end of my schooling, and I didn't end up actually hunting down a job.
Okay, cool.
So
That happens.
I don't want to get too far into it because it was ugly.
All right. We'll let it go.
Yeah, my first ex-wife.
All right. You said you weren't going to get into it.
Yeah, well, I decided to change my mind.
Then his dog ran away.
Yeah. No. So, anyways, I went to ABC and I said, here, I went to BCIT for radio, and I'd like to see what it would cost me to upgrade. They said, you should be teaching here.
I was just going to say, did they offer you a teaching
No, there was no
position?
positions. They said, if we had a position, we'd ask you to come and teach here, because, that's the level they were. But that being said, they taught you, we were editing not on digital. We didn't have digital.
No,
yet.
no, it's all
We were all doing it
splicing.
reel to reel splicing,
Splicing,
cut and taping the.
Yeah.
Taking different shots and different. Oh, it was just crazy. And bouncing it down from 4-track to 2-track, doing things on it. We actually did. I've actually got some reel to reels in there.
I'd love to see them.
And they have some radio plays we did.
Oh, I'd love to hear them. I seriously would.
They're really cool.
Now, my old camera guy, who is a genius and just put up with me for 11 years, James Rinn, was on BT. Was my,
Hello.
it was just fantastic, and I love him dearly. He's a fellow blues brother, and he taught at ABC, and that's what I mean. If he taught the technical aspect, any broadcast school that you can get that education, fantastic.
That's worthwhile.
My argument is no one can make you a star.
No,
it's not going to happen.
No, you either have it or there was one guy there. He had such a voice and such a character about him.
Yeah, well, that'll sell itself.
But he was very one side of the coin.
What do you mean by that?
That's all he could do was that sound, right? That.
Good morning, everybody.
Yeah,
nice to have you on board.
He was not able to react to the moment. So there was an example. I was on air one night. It was late at night.
Late.
And it was in February. So it was just before Valentine's Day.
Oh, sweet.
And I put on this next song on. And again, in radio, no, we don't pick our music, right? In radio, the music is picked for you. You've got an idea of what's coming up.
Right.
And that's it. We were allowed to pick one song an hour or one song every half hour for ourselves. But so there's a rotation. And the next in the rotation was this Sweet Love song. So I got really close to the mic and I talked really, really quiet. Yeah, and that's what I talked really, really quiet. And I turned and said, "This is for all you lovers out there." And and I want you to get down and groove to the song. Here we go. And I turned on the song. And the next day, every morning in class, we'd have a critique
of the
day before. Okay, your show is this, your show is that.
Oh, Willow says hi.
Yeah, Willow's already said hi. She graduated from ABC in 2007. But the teacher said, "Mark, I want to put out. I want to put you, out. Here's the recording of Mark from last night."
No way.
And he played it, and he said, "I creamed myself when I." I was like, "Oh my God!" I was so embarrassed.
That's almost as bad as Grandpa's butt plug.
I was so embarrassed by that.
You know what? You brought up a point that sparked something in my damaged brain cells. You get to pick one song a half hour.
Yeah.
I missed the days where listeners could actually phone in a request. I think they lost some connection with the audience.
There are some stations that are going back to that. So, for example, NCI on Friday nights,
that's great. I didn't know that.
Yeah, for I think 4 hours. Jordan Knight,
wonderful person.
Sweet lady. I love her to
talented.
death. And I can't remember who the other host is. I think it changes from time to time.
Brian Cook?
No, I don't think it's Davey, her morning show host.
Okay,
maybe it is. But they come in on Friday night, and it's all it is requests and dedications.
I love that.
And some of the stations will dedicate 1 hour a day, or a lunch hour. 102, I think it is.
Has it?
They have lunch hour requests.
Because nothing's more thrilling. I remember when I was a kid listening to WORC AM back home in Massachusetts, calling Dave O'Gara, who was the king of radio down there, and requesting a song, not only connecting with him, who was, oh my God, I'm talking like the Wolfman Jack of Worcester, Massachusetts, but to hear my voice
on the radio,
and to hear him play Undercover Angel, or Disco
Undercover
Duck,
Angel,
a great tune, or Hooked on a Feeling by Blue Swede.
Yes,
yeah, with the ooga chaka.
Do you remember who did the original?
No.
Last name was Thomas.
BJ.
BJ Thomas.
Passed away, unfortunately, just
recently,
a couple months ago. Yeah, had to go through his whole life named BJ.
I did a wedding for a guy named BJ.
No, he didn't.
Yes, I did. But all of his friends called him Beatrice because he was addicted to milk.
I could go in so many places.
Yeah, he drank so much milk that the doctor and his wife said no more. That's it. He would do 4 liters of
Funny,
milk a
my
day.
doctor said the same thing about beer.
4 liters of milk a day he was drinking.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding.
What?
I'm not kidding.
Well, people like
the thing is, when I met the bride, I only met the bride, the bride's mother, and the groom's mother. I had not met the groom yet.
Okay.
For not until like a week
The
before the
calcium
wedding.
king.
Yeah, the calcium. So what happened was, he got the nickname because what he was doing is going on his way to work. He was stopping off at the store and getting a 1 liter and drinking it at work, and then throwing the
He was hiding it.
the carton out in at work.
Right.
But his work friends were taking them. And then one day he came to work and they circled the entire building with these 1 liter cartons of milk, So what we did for his wedding to make it unique, and because of this, I got together with the mothers and the bride and a couple of members of the wedding party. We got green wine bottles and white and clear wine bottles.
Right.
In the green ones, we put chocolate milk in it. In the clear bottles, we put white milk in it, and we labeled them, for the toast. And for the toast, they brought out all these bottles, and everybody for the toast to the bride of the groom, they were cheersing them with white milk or chocolate milk instead of wine.
Cheering them, not cheersing them.
Cheersing.
That's not a word.
Cheers. I coined it myself.
All right. Well,
But yeah, so
How can I
his name
argue
was
with that?
BJ, but they called him Beatrice because of that.
yeah, I saw someone online posted there's a kid named BJ, which is fine. It's a nice nickname. But the grandmother, oblivious to the connotation,
Yeah.
got him a shirt for his birthday that says, I love BJ from grandma. And the picture of him wearing it is like this.
I love BJ from grandma.
Yep.
There's nothing more wrong than that.
I could go way more wrong than that, but I shan't. Oh,
So hang on.
what's up?
Smart Sound.
Oh, now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, time for the weather here on Now What? Boy, is it a steamer.
It was brutal out in Gimli, I'll tell you.
Well, you're riding with leather and a helmet.
Yeah,
and,
but when you're moving through the air, if there's a cool enough breeze, once we got closer to the water,
Yep.
it
Oh, of
cooled
course.
off a bit.
but here it
But
is.
I'm sweating.
Do you know what? I got to say, I am sympathetic with the farmers in normal years a bit, but this year I am just heartbroken for them.
What the hell does this mean? Look at this. There's
I was
what
in the
was
middle
it?
of a very
fire.
touching story.
Oh, it's smoke from the fire still in the air.
Yeah, smoke. When was the last time you saw that as part of the weather?
Jesus, right?
Yeah, smoke warning. Yeah, if you have asthma, like Mark,
I feel a little bit.
stay in if you can. But the heat is is amazing. You know, it was 56 degrees Celsius in California.
I know it broke.
135
It was
Fahrenheit.
the hottest they've ever recorded on the planet Earth.
Yeah. So for all those people that don't think that climate is changing, you're an idiot. That's
So,
it.
So it's 31
Carry on.
degrees right now. 29 degrees it was supposed to be the high, but 29 tomorrow. 26 on Tuesday with a low of 18.
Where I'm going in for
Possible
surgery.
raining.
Yes.
Poss-
Great. It's going to rain the day I'm getting cut open.
later on in the evening.
Okay.
But
Look at that. dude.
Wednesday 29, Thursday 31 degrees Celsius, Friday 30. I learned something really neat the other day.
What?
What
How to dress yourself?
30 degrees Celsius. What is that Fahrenheit?
I would say 30 degrees would be 85.
Very close.
What is it?
20 degrees Celsius. What is it?
20 degrees Celsius
Mm-hmm.
would be about 75.
Not as close, but
What?
it's 86 for 30,
Okay.
68 for 20.
Right.
It goes down by 18s every 10.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's 1.8 degrees for every Celsius degree.
And 69 if you're both
so
drunk.
if you want to do the math, it's multiplied by 1.8,
You
and
lost
add
me already.
32.
You lost me already.
right?
Yeah.
No, but that's what it is. Multiply by 1.8 and add 32. If you want to go from Fahrenheit to Celsius, subtract 32 and divide by 1.8. But
Oh, here we go.
if you want to know if it's going to be 30 degrees or 20 degrees, right? If it's in between there, you can pretty much guess because it's almost 2 degrees per degree, right? So 86.
Can I
Flip it around, 68
Yep.
for 20. It's in between there.
can I
You
stop
get
this
set up.
conversation right now
Not at
by
all.
saying if you have a device I've heard of that's handheld that has all the knowledge in the world that can do it on a voice command, convert it for you.
But what if you don't happen to be near your phone? You just happen to look.
Who's not near their phone?
Where's yours?
Right
Oh,
here.
there it is. Look at that. And who's always saying, "Where's my phone?"
Not me.
Yeah, you.
I only lost it once in the fridge. And it was under sushi.
That was great.
I did it.
Or where's my glasses?
Yeah, and I'm wearing them. Yeah, or they're on my shirt. Yeah, okay. But still, but that is an easy way to remember it if you don't have a phone. If you're from 1947.
That is true.
Yeah, but
So
it's hot.
anyways,
Bottom line, it's hot. Stay hydrated.
It's still smoky.
Don't even water your lawn. What's the point?
It's supposed to be clear from Wednesday night on.
Uh-huh.
People be safe, be careful.
Yeah, no kidding.
Because there's a fire ban on.
I was up at my son's place at Hilltop. Total fire ban. I couldn't even have sparklers at my birthday.
You're not allowed to have sparklers.
Yeah.
You're not allowed. You're not allowed to have a barbecue that burns charcoal.
That's right.
You can't have a fire pit in Winnipeg right now. You have to be extremely careful if you're using a propane barbecue.
Which I used tonight to barbecue steak.
Yep.
Yeah. All right then.
But those are the rules. Be very careful. It's dry as all frick out there.
Frig. Now you decide to be clean.
Yeah. Yes. It's dry as hell.
All right. Well, listen.
So be careful. John's going to be heading in Tuesday
I was just saying.
for
I won't
surgery.
I won't be here for the next couple of weeks at least. I'll be down the hall in my room because I'm taking the doctor's order seriously. I do not want to go through this again.
But I'll be here.
Mark will be here and surprise co-hosts.
Yeah, hopefully.
No, you'll get them. You
If
got
they still like me.
Oh, we got a lot of friends.
I'm hoping to get Barry Kay.
Barry Kay.
He's awesome. Taz.
Or-
I always love having Taz. as well.
Taz is a fantastic one.
Also,
Jerry Barrett.
Jerry Barrett's
If
available.
available.
Also, one of our other guests from back. I'll ask him too. Maybe he's the love guy we have had on a couple of times.
Okay, sure.
He's a good. He'd make a good.
Oh, he's a relationship expert.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Well, that's good. Well, listen, everybody, have yourself a great week, and I'll be back eventually, and you'll take good care of me. I kid you, but this guy is a great guy. He really is. I love him like a brother, and same with Noam. Noam's my little brother, but
I knew him.
and you put this whole show together. You do all the technical stuff, and I just sit here and babble.
Yep.
So thank you.
You're welcome.
All right.
Eddie criticizes.
No, but I do it in jazz.
No, but you've got your name in the credits as
a critic.
Critic.
But all right, it's time for my sponge bath.
All right. So, yeah, you got to watch the credits today.
Okay, this is gonna be cool.
Yeah.
Love you all. We'll see you real soon.
If I can find them, hang on, here they are.
Wait for it. What am I waiting for?
Bazinga.
Oh, you got me. Good night, everyone.